everybody, how are you going? You're welcome today. Okay, my name is Regina, as you all know, and this is MMW Motivational Midway Wednesday, and you guys are welcome. Okay, thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. All right, for those of you who live in Perth, you know today is day 3. Okay, so today is day 3 of our lockdown. So it was initiated by the government on Sunday 6 p.m. and it's due to finish on Friday 6 p.m. So we don't know how long this is going to last for, but we're hoping for the best. All right, and I know there are a lot of people going through a lot of emotions right now. Okay, you're probably asking yourself, how is this going to happen, or how am I going to survive it? How is my business going to survive it? How are my families going to survive it? How are my children? Where am I going to get the financial support, to go through this tough time, because now we have to accommodate things that we didn't plan for, especially parents. You've made your schedule like, okay, the kids are going back to school and now I can go for a massage, I can catch up with my friends, I can have some mean time, I can just do something to rediscover myself and give myself a breathing space. But now that's not going to happen because the kids are not going back to school for at least another week. It's not like parents don't love the kids. They do love them very much, but it's just like sometimes you need, your time out. You need time off, and you need to rediscover yourself and refresh your mind. So some parents are going through a chaotic time right now, a stressful time, because kids are home, they can't go anywhere, and you have to entertain them. So it's a bad time, especially for others who are doing agency work. You have to work from one company to another, from one healthcare department to another, and now you can't because they're trying to contain this spread and trying to make sure that it's not spread from one institute to another. So because of that, some places are not calling you for shift. So that means, financially you're going to be constrained, so it's a hard time for everybody. All right, and so people are going through a lot of stress right now. A lot of people are overwhelmed, going through a lot of emotions, but I'm here to connect with you. Okay, I'm here to connect with somebody who's going through a lot this morning, and I'm here to tell you it's going to be okay. All right, I don't know how it's going to be okay, but I know it's going to be okay. Okay, so you just have to put on that face that, you know what, I got this, we've done this before. The only difference is that we have to wear a mask and also a lockdown. But we've gone through this before and we will go through it again. All right, so I'm here to walk with you. I'm not there with you, but I'm there with you. Okay, I'm walking with you. You've got my heart, you've got my prayers. Everything is going to be fine. And in the midst of all this, uncertainty, in the midst of all this lockdown, all these emotions, all these overwhelming feelings, I want you to remember one thing, okay? Although we are in a lockdown, but we're not locked out. Wow. We may be in a lockdown, but we are not locked out. It's a 5-day lockdown, but we are not locked out. What does that mean? Okay? That means I still have space to breathe, okay? All right, okay. I'm just hitting something very hard right now. That means I still have space to breathe. That means my vision is not locked out, okay? That means my plans are not locked out. That means my aspirations are not locked out. That means my purpose is not locked out, okay? We are in a lockdown, but we're not locked out, okay? This lockdown for many is an opportunity for you to reshuffle yourself. It's an opportunity for you to reposition yourself, okay? So we don't know how long this is going to last for. You think, okay, 5 days is nothing, it's going to go away very soon. But if you are smart enough, you will know that these 5 days are critical days. These are the days where you have to sit down and rethink your plans, and rethink your purpose, and rethink your goals. Okay, what are your goals? And rethink your goals. What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? How do you want to get there? Who is going to help you along the way? Okay, so these 5 days are critical days. And I encourage everybody, especially parents, and I encourage you to sit down and rethink, okay? Reshuffle your thinking, okay? Although you're in a lockdown, but you're not locked out. You can still send that email, okay? That email that is going to give you a breakthrough, you can still send it, okay? That phone call that is going to make that person impact you so hard that you do that thing that you've been wanting to do for so many years but have been feeling afraid. You make that phone call. The phone call that is going to give you breakthrough. You make that video call that is going to put a smile on your face. Okay, you take that pen and paper and you sit down on that table and make that plan that you've been feeling afraid to make for so many years. Okay, you need to sit down and think about yourself. Okay, what are my goals? Before I became a parent, I was a somebody, okay? I had dreams, I had aspirations, I had ambitions, I had purpose. So how can I achieve those purposes now I'm a parent, okay? So this is a time where you start dreaming again. You start rediscovering yourself again. You start to reshuffle yourself and your thinking, okay? It's gonna get better. And the only way it's gonna get better is that you start to think positively. Is that you start to reposition yourself. Reposition the way you see things, all right? This is so big right now. Reposition the way you see things. Reposition the way you think things. Reposition the way you say things. Reposition the way you work things. Reposition the way you handle things. Reposition yourself and reshuffle yourself, okay? We are in a lockdown, but we are not locked out. A lot of things are going to come out from you this season, okay? A lot of good things, a lot of dreams, a lot of goals. You know, some of you are going to have that business idea that is going to just boom you up there. Only if you give yourself a chance to reposition yourself, okay? You need to give yourself a space to breathe, okay? You are in a lockdown, but you are not locked out. Don't be overwhelmed by all the work now. Don't be overwhelmed by all the money you have to spend. Don't be overwhelmed with everything that is going around you, okay? Let it not overwhelm you. Even if you are, let it not be for long. If you have to cry it out, cry. If you have to feel overwhelmed, feel overwhelmed. If you have to stress it out for a couple of days, for a couple of hours. But make sure that after that, you sit down on the table and reposition yourself. Okay, so now, you will need to be a new you after a lockdown. It's 5 days, but these 5 days can be the days that will change your life forever. These 5 days can be the days that will put you into a position where you never imagined you will be. Only if you take advantage of it and reposition yourself and reposition your thinking. Okay, what are your goals? What are your aspirations? Who are you? Who do you want to become? What do you want to achieve? Remember, we can plan for today because we don't know tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow is a mystery that we do not know of. You don't know if tomorrow, if you wake up in the morning, you're going to have that eyes to see, or if you're going to have the mouth to speak, or you're going to have the ears to hear, or you're going to have the feet to walk, or if you're going to have the hands to do things. All right, I was looking after a patient yesterday, and she's going through a lot of things, you know. She's undergone a surgery, and she's trying to reshuffle herself, okay? She's trying to find her balance because she's had a total knee replacement done. So she's trying to walk again, okay? She's rediscovering her legs and her feet and all of that. And she's feeling so overwhelmed because since the lockdown happened, you know, the families are not allowed to visit the hospital, so she's feeling a bit overwhelmed and isolated, and she could only communicate with them through the phone. And on top of that, you know, her friend is battling terminal illness and he's going to give up pretty soon. So I'm trying to encourage her, like, you know what, it's going to be okay. You're strong, you know, you can get through this, you know, you're a strong woman. So when I finished 6 o'clock in the morning, I went to her room to check up on her, and I saw her in tears. She was crying. And I was like, what's happened? Why are you crying? And she said to me, oh, they just rang me and they told me that my friend passed away. You know, so, and the most hurtful thing is that he's passed away and no one is allowed to go to his home. He passed away at home because he wanted to be amongst his family. So, but no one is allowed to visit him. So that is it's emotionally breaking that someone that you've known for these many years have passed on and you can't see them because of the situation that is happening. You know, I just try to encourage her. I say, you know what, it's gonna be okay. You know, I realized that she refrained from crying because she didn't want me to see her tears. And I told her, like, you know what, stop that. You need to cry. If you feel like crying, cry. If you want to scream, I'm right here. Scream over my shoulders. Do whatever it is that you need to do, but you need to make sure you let those emotions out, okay? Let them out. Let them out. I told her, cry if you have to feel better. And if there is something I realized from her story is that The strength you have today, you will not have it tomorrow. Okay? The opportunity you have today will not come tomorrow. The privileges you have today will not be present tomorrow. Okay? Because you can walk today doesn't mean you're going to walk tomorrow. Okay? I want somebody to hear me on this. So this is where planning come into place. This is where vision come into place. This is where purpose come into place. This is where the importance of time come into place. Because you can walk today doesn't mean tomorrow if you wake up you will walk again. Because you can see today doesn't mean tomorrow when you wake up you can see again. Because you can speak today doesn't mean tomorrow if you wake up you can speak again. Because you can do things with your hands doesn't mean tomorrow if you wake up you will be able to use your hands. Because you can hear doesn't mean tomorrow if you wake up you can hear. In fact, because you are alive today doesn't mean you will be alive tomorrow. Okay, I want you to hear me. So what is your purpose? What are your aspirations? What are your ambitions? What is it that you want to become? I know you just don't want to be a parent. I know you just don't want to be a mother. I know you have this dream deep down in your gut. I know you have something inside of you that you want to let out. What is it that you want to let out? What is it that you want to become? Who are you? Who are you? Before you became a mother or a father, you were something. Who are you? What did you dream of becoming? Okay? These 5 days, take opportunities of these days and reshuffle yourself and reposition yourself and reposition your plan and your purpose and your dreams and your visions and your goals. What is it do you want to be? You might not have a privilege tomorrow, okay? We didn't plan for lockdown when we woke up in the morning, and yet still it happened. We don't know what's going to happen next. We don't know how long this pandemic is going to last for. We don't know how long this lockdown is going to last for. But if I can reassure you, if you want things to be better, if you want things to change, if you want to change, you need to start with today. You need to start with a reflective practice. You need to look at yourself and say to yourself, who am I? How can this be changed? How can my business improve? Okay, how can I improve? How can I get better income? You know, how can I do this? How can I do that? Give yourself the breathing space to think. You are in a lockdown, but you are not locked out, okay? Your visions are not locked out. Your goals are not locked out. Your aspirations are not locked out. Your thoughts are not locked out. Your purpose are not locked out. Make use of this opportunity. Make use of this opportunity to be a brand new you. After this lockdown, walk towards something, work towards something, move towards something that makes you afraid that you never thought you would do. Challenge yourself with something. Plan. We can plan for today because we don't know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is a mystery. We are in a lockdown, but we're not locked out. We still have a breathing space to think. Everything is going to be okay. Your business is going to recover, okay? Your business is going to recover. You're going to find ways to support your family financially, emotionally, and mentally, okay? Things are going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Breathe. Feel. If you're feeling anxious, it's okay. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's okay. But not let it be too long because you have to think. You have to reshuffle and you have to position yourself, okay? Mothers is going to be fine, all right? Take a deep breath. Breathe in and out. Take the apple juice and drink it. It's going to help you feel better. All right?